Guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh, I should say girls as well, obviously. Yeah, welcome to another video. Obviously, by the time this video goes out, I've already run the car a couple of times. Once on Saturday, after I fitted what I'm about to show you, which are the F9 Capra portal axles on the FTX Mauler. But also I went out with it on Sunday, but thought it'd be a good idea just to go through and explain to you what I've done, because technically this is a straight swap, but it does require a little bit of fiddling with the upper and lower links, both front and rear. So just going to quickly show. And the good thing I like about these axles, given that I'm running 2.2s, they actually, the portals sit quite flush with the inside wall of the tyre, so they're not as exposed as perhaps on some other cars. Let me get rid of that stand for the moment. So what I had to do, let's see if I can bring that over to the camera. The lower links, I've moved them from the furthest most rear hole, both front and rear, to the middle hole. There's 3 holes, both front and rear, as you guys hopefully can see. And also the upper links were on that hole there, and I moved them forward, but I've put them on the outside rather than the inside of the chassis rail. Reason for that is because of where they connect on the rear. On the Mauler, they're more like at an angle like that, and these are a bit more spread apart. And what happens there, you get a bit too much side-to-side movement if you do that. So these links I've moved yesterday to see if I could get a bit more of that angle I just mentioned. But other than that, it was pretty much a straight fit, because originally when I put the axles on the original holes where the links were, the line of the diff casing was just not right. So technically I've extended the wheelbase by roughly about 10 millimeters. So he's gone from 350 to about 360 mil. But given the extra amount of steering that you get with these axles, and the fact that they've got 24% overdrive on the front, if some of you may have already seen on the running video, this thing is unreal. This thing now turns so sharply. I mean, better than that, I would just be put a dig unit on this, but I don't think I'll bother with that anyway. But also, another thing, guys, that you have to bear in mind is if you're using the original battery tray, which I am, but it's been cut up to smithereens, where the support brackets are, the front one is just on this bit here. Let me get this elastic out of the way. So the front one goes in there, but because of the positioning of the axles, your servo is going to hit that bracket. So I had to move that out of the way. So my battery tray now sits a bit at an angle, which is something I want to try and sort out. I want this battery tray a little bit lower somehow, because I want to bring the body down an extra hole on because I'm using the original body mounts on this Proline cliffhanger body. So yeah, if you guys, aside from that, if you guys seen the running footage, you'll see what I mean about the turning circle. Apart from that, it was pretty much a straight fit. The mounting points for the shocks down below in the links are similar to the stock axles, but that's where the similarities end. These are basically portals, as you guys know, if you know your Capras, but also they've got brass knuckles and weights here, and diff covers. So the front axle alone, without the servo and the wheels, that was 560 grams, and the rear, 484. So I've added, with these two axles, about kilo and a bit down low, plus obviously the wheels and tires, as they are, these 2.2 trenches with the 3D printed inserts and everything else. So a whole tire wheel combo weighs about, as far as I can remember, 289 grams. So as you guys could probably see, it's got quite a little bit of tire sag when standing still. Also, note the following. When you put portals, you are automatically reducing the gearing by the nature of the portals, because you got extra gears in there. So what I was running gear wise, I've got 32 pitch gears. This comes with 48 pitch gears, and I've gone from 87 tooth spur with a 12 tooth pinion, which I've lowered because the stock size pinion is 14, and I've gone to 32 pitch gears, 56 tooth spur, and I was running a 9 tooth pinion. And when I fitted these and put them on the kitchen floor, it was like snail crawling. And I thought, well, that's way too slow. So what I did initially, because I had some spare pinions, I put a 12 tooth, but with a Fusion 1200 kV I had, it was still a bit too slow. So because I've had a Fusion on the Texan, an 1800 kV, when I came back from the first test run around a friend of mine's, I actually swapped the motors around. So this has now got the 1800 kV, and the Texan has got the 1200, which is absolutely fine. And I almost have the same speed as he had before, maybe a mile an hour less. But yeah, I think as far as I can remember, that's pretty much it. I didn't have to do anything else. So basically, I just have to move the links from the back hole onto the middle hole, like the lower links, and the top links, I move them forward. So now the pumpkins sit pretty much straight and in line with the lower links. So yeah, this is probably, out of all the upgrades I've done, with the exception maybe with the Fusion, because the Fusion is just epic, this is probably the best thing I've done for this car. Because when I drove him yesterday, if you haven't seen the footage, guys, seriously, go on the channel and have a look, because the way this turns now, you've got, how can I explain this? Before, I'd go to my usual spots and, do usual lines here and there, but now it just opens up so many more new lines, possibilities kind of thing, because of the increased steering angle. And obviously the climbing abilities has improved, because with the 24% overdrive, it really helps pull the car when you're climbing. Yeah, it's just win-win situation for me, guys. So just going to show you a little bit better. Let's grab me gimbal quickly. So basically, I just zoomed that in a little bit. So yeah, as I said, mounting points has moved from that hole to the middle. There's 3 here and 3 over here as well. And the top links have gone from that hole there to the front, but I moved them to the outside to get a bit more angle, to stop this little bit of side shift that you had on the front and rear axles. So yeah, that's basically what I've done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this this video. Hope that was helpful information. If you want a set of these axles, just go on AliExpress. I'm not going to bother putting a link, because if you go on AliExpress and just search F9 Capra axles, I'm sure you'll come across these. Apparently they come in 4 styles, and the only difference that I could personally see is the difference in weights by front and rear, because the axles themselves are the exact same. It's just I went for the slightly more heavier weights, and there is the lighter options as well, depending on the nature of your rig, because obviously you might want to buy some for your Mauler or for another car. So yeah, I hope you found this information useful, and yeah, leave us a comment down below, or yeah, if you want any more explanations or anything like that. And yeah, hopefully that will help. And thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.